Hey, Facebook Live, it's your girl, Dr. V. Great Saturday morning. Super excited to be here with you guys this morning. I am so excited about this particular topic. So I'm going to let you guys come on in. I'm getting ready for class, and so I'm excited about that, but I wanted to come on and talk to you guys first, okay? Y'all come on in. Let me know who's here, where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Y'all listen. This word's about to be fire, okay? It's about to be fire. In fact, this is one of those words that you want to share. So go ahead, share the broadcast now. I'm telling y'all, it's getting ready to be lit up in here, okay? Getting ready to be lit. Where y'all at? Who's here? Who's here? Let me know who's here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. While y'all are doing that, I'm getting ready to take my vitamin shot. Hey, Angie, what's going on? How are you, beautiful? We got to connect. We haven't talked in a while. What's up, Terrence? How you doing, T? Tampa in the house. Not just Tampa, but Tampa, downtown Tampa. Hey, Clarice, how are you, beautiful? Okay, you guys, listen. Okay, y'all ready? Yes, I love it. Andrea, what's going on? Listen, I don't know if you and Angie know each other, but y'all need to connect. Y'all might be related. I ain't trying to say everybody with the last name Rodriguez is related. I'm not trying to say that, okay? That would be racist, okay? Yes, Charlotte is here. Kansas City is here. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about it. It's Rosh Hashanah. It's the season where we're moving into the new year, right? We're transferring into the new year according to the Jewish calendar, not the Gregorian calendar. And Rosh Hashanah is a season and a feast and a festival where literally it is the time when it is a time of repentance, a time of fasting. It is a time to really seek the face of God. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you guys. I talked to you guys yesterday. Rosh Hashanah started at sunset on yesterday, right? And I wanted to share with you all the importance of letting go. Listen, right, Andrea, I'm just saying. A process of letting go, releasing those things that no longer serve you. So I was thinking about this. This Facebook memories, always brings up, memories from this day, years and years and years. And I was looking through the memories, and this day, 4 years ago, I was a part of an amazing business opportunity. And I met some amazing people. And then it turned out not to be what we thought it was, right? For some of us, right? For some people it was, and they still are a part of it. So I would never take anything away from it. I don't want to do that. But what I will say is I found myself looking at, and I found myself saying, wow, I've connected to some amazing people as a result of various opportunities. It's brought people in my life. Sometimes things didn't go well, or they didn't go the way that I wanted them to go, or, whatever happened, or even with past relationships, whether we're talking friendships or romantic relationships or family relationships, those memories remind us of some things. And, sometimes those memories are not all positive. They're not all good, right? And so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about particularly this season, some relationships that really meant a lot to me that went left. And, what do you do with that, right? And so I was really asking God, like, what do you want me to do with this? How do you want me to process this? Not that it hasn't been processed, but sometimes memories will bring other stuff up, and you feel these emotions, and you may even get sad, giving yourself permission to feel, but then also giving yourself permission to release those things that don't serve you. Things like anger, things like resentment, things like frustration. Those things don't always serve you well. And so you have to be able to let them go. And so my question to God was, do I need to have a conversation? Do I need to send an email? Do I need to send a text? Do I need to send a DM? Do I need to do that? And God said, no, I don't need you to do that. What I need you to do is I need you to release this to me. And I said, okay, God. Now listen, I'm not saying that I have the answer to everything, but I'm connected to the one with the answer for everything. And so maybe you had a relationship that went left or some things happened in a business that caused you to feel a certain type of way. This is the time to let that stuff go. This is the time to release it. This is the time to release those people, right? Release them and not hold them hostage to whatever it is that they did or whatever decisions that they made or whatever, like just let it go, like let it go for real. No, I'm seriously, you guys, because this is what we do. This is what we do. We say, oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But if the person's name is mentioned, you cringe. If the person's name is mentioned or a picture pops up, you like, ugh. You know, you feel something. And when you do that, that says you're not good. Right? So first be honest with yourself. You still feel some type of way. I feel some type of way, God. And then say, God, I need you to help me process this. I need you to help me process this because listen, it's not enough to push it down. I don't know. Anybody in here besides me? Are you that person that pushes stuff down? Like you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, that's what they're doing? Oh, I'm good. Right? So listen, I'm telling you, you say you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, but you're not good. You're not. You're not good. And you're not good because you haven't processed why you felt that emotion. So let me say this. Sometimes the emotions that we feel when people do things or say stuff, or it triggers something from our life, something we felt in our life that maybe we never have processed. Hey, Tanya, my amazing cousin, right? Maybe something that you haven't processed. Let me tell y'all something. I was just having a conversation with a mentor of mine, and he was saying, he said, listen, he said, Champ, I know that we tell ourselves stories about what happened when something happens, and that story becomes our reality. Now, the reality is this: that while you're telling yourself a story, the other person is telling themselves a story, and so now you got these two stories floating around, and the stories may not be the same, even though you both experienced the same event. Right? So you're both filtering it through your stories, through what you went through in your life, through the things that have happened to you. So the moment of transparency, this is just a moment of transparency because I believe that we need some transparency. Okay. I was sharing that God told me that I'm to be transparent. I'm to be, an example to people of how to process, how to go through, how to do those things. Right. So moment of transparency. Growing up, I always felt like on both sides of my family that my other family members didn't view me as good as them. Like I always felt like an outsider. Even though I could be with the family, it just always felt like I didn't fit. Now, where did that come from, right? Yeah, it was a number of things, right? But this is the reality. The reality is this: that we can create these stories based on our perceptions of people's interactions with us. But at the end of the day, you guys, when we are whole grown people, who has time to hold on to all of that? Who has time to stay stuck in that place? Who has time for that? I know I don't, right? I've got some amazing family members, amazing cousins on both sides of my family. And just think, what if I was so busy holding on to all of that, I decided, I'm not talking to them now because, that's foolishness, right? It's foolishness. You guys, listen, as we are growing, we ought to mature, right? There ought to be some maturing that happens, some maturity, right? Because when we're children, we don't always know what we're doing. We don't. We don't know that we're necessarily making somebody feel some type of way. And then this is the other part. Nobody can make you feel any type of way, right? It's something that you do. It's something that you choose because somehow in your subconscious, you feel less than. So this is the truth of the matter, y'all, the raw truth. The truth of the matter is I felt less than because I did not have indoor plumbing. And that for me was hard. It was hard not to have indoor plumbing, right? And for other people to have it, but I didn't, that was hard. It was hard. And it made me feel some type of way. It made me feel poor. It did. So then what happened? It created this process of overcompensating. I became an overcompensator, right? I had to excel in everything I did. I had to be the best at everything. I had to have super grades. I had to win in speech and debate. I had to be the captain of the flag corps. It wasn't enough for me to just be on it. I had to be the captain, and I had to do it before I became a senior. Like, it created a drive in me that was unquenchable, right? But the problem with that drive was that the drive in and of itself was not bad. It wasn't the drive that was bad. What was bad was that it made me feel as though if I did not do all those things, if I could not accomplish all those things, then I wasn't good enough. Can we be real? Can we be real? Yes, Shay. Come on, Angie. Look, you're busy trying to convince the world, I may not have indoor plumbing, but I'm good enough, right? I may not have this, but I'm good enough. I may not have both my parents, and I did have both my parents. I just didn't have them in the house, right? But I'm good enough, right? So you create these stories, and then you start to work to accomplish all of these amazing things. I'm not going to take anything away from my accomplishments. I'm not. Y'all, I worked hard. I worked hard for my stuff. I worked hard to accomplish the things that I accomplished, and I'm grateful. But let me tell you something. I'm even more grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for both sides of my family. I'm grateful for my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. And I was just thinking about this the other day. I remember Sundays, and on Sundays, we would go to Big Mama and Big Daddy's house, right? We would go to Big Mama and Big Daddy's house in the country, and they would cook, and all the cousins would be there, and we would be outside playing, and then we would come in and we would eat, and we knew this. We were going to have beef roast with potatoes and carrots. We were going to have corn. We were going to have macaroni and cheese. We were going to have some kind of bread. Like, it was amazing. I'm telling y'all, it was amazing. Those Sunday dinners were amazing. It was our time to all come together and spend time together. And it was during those times, right, that I got a chance to really build my relationship with my grandparents and to experience the country, right? So I don't know why I'm getting all emotional. This is not even what I was planning on talking about, right? But I guess it's a part of the releasing, right? Because for me, it was hard that I couldn't be there when my grandparents died. Like, I couldn't be there. I was away at school. I couldn't be there. I couldn't get there. And I think that's the most difficult thing was, not being able to go home for those losses of significant people. My grandparents were amazing people. And when I tell you they loved all of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and they loved us all equally, they really did. They did. I know there was some that, may have spent more time there, but listen, they loved us all, and they made sure that we knew that we were loved. They made sure that we were there. Like, it was everything. Like, my grandmother was the most amazing woman. You all, she was little, she was short, she was tiny. She would always have her hair in these two plaits, very strong features. That Native American in her was very strong. But that little woman, she was so loving and caring and giving. I would look forward to going and spending time with her and just being in her presence. And Big Daddy, right? Oh my God. I had the best grandparents ever on both sides, y'all. Big Daddy was such a man's man. Like, he was such a man. But he also had this soft side, right? Then on my mom's side, and maybe I need to talk about this because, my grandparents played such a major role in my life. And I miss them. And when I think about being a grandparent, like, I want to be that safe space for my grandchildren. I want them. I want them to want to come to my house. I want them to want to be with me, to be in my presence and be like my big mama, which is why I chose to be called Big Mama and not G-Ma, Grandma, any of that, because I loved my big mama. I loved her. She was like everything, right? So on my mom's side, they raised me. Like I lived with them. I saw the good, the bad. I didn't always understand some things as a child. I'm grateful because my grandparents allowed me to gain a level of wisdom that a lot of people my age didn't get a chance to have early on. And man, mama, which was my grandmother, mama, that woman, she was a beast. Like she was for real, for real. She made it happen. Even after, daddy died, she made it happen. And if something happened and maybe my dad was supposed to do something and he didn't get it done or didn't get it done in time, I never knew because she would always cover, so that whatever I needed, like she made sure that I had it right time. You all listen, as we begin to release those things that have weighted us down and had us hostage to our own imaginations and our own stories, we allow God to create a space of healing and wholeness that not only will transform our lives, but it will transform the lives of those we're connected to. That stuff you're holding on to from your childhood, it's not serving you. It's not helping you. It's not making your life better. It's not. But do you know what will serve you? Those positive memories, remembering those good times and focusing on the things that people got right instead of all the things that they got wrong, right? Like creating for yourself the life, the lifestyle, and the family that you want, right? So that you can create those memories. I was looking at my granddaughter this morning. I love technology because I get to FaceTime and see them in the morning, like every morning. Like, can you imagine? Like every morning, just about, I get to see my grands, right? And so we FaceTime and I talk to them. Hey, big mama's baby. Hey, boo bear, you're so pretty. Or if I'm talking to Joseph, hey, man, what's your daddy doing to you, right? But they hear my voice, they see my face, and I'm able to build relationship with them, even though I don't see them every day. And I've not seen Joseph yet in person, period. I said, how is this happening? I'm the last grandparent to really be able to see and hold the child. What is this about, right? And then, but I get to see him all the time, right? So I feel like, I've been there from the beginning. You guys, as we are celebrating Rosh Hashanah and going into the new year, make a conscious decision to release that stuff that no longer serves you. Make a conscious decision to release those negative emotions that no longer serve you. Release that desire for perfectionism because you feel like if you're perfect, then someone will love you. Release that. That's bull crap. That's bull, right? You can be amazing and someone still not love you, right? Okay, I mean, and if the only reason someone loves you is because of what you do or what you accomplish or those things, is it really love? I'm just saying, is it really love? Or are they infatuated with what you do? Listen, I made a decision that 2020 was the year that I would allow myself to tap into that ultra feminine part of me that rarely gets to come out and play. That ultra feminine part of me that is just a woman, right? Just a woman, right? It is so easy to believe your press, to believe the hype, and to just be Dr. V all the time. Dr. V, Dr. V, Dr. V, Dr. V, Dr. V, Dr. V, Dr. V. Because there are certain things that are ascribed to Dr. V. Dr. V is a boss. Dr. V makes it happen. Dr. V gets it done. That's what Dr. V does, right? Dr. V knows. She knows the answer. And if she doesn't know the answer, she knows how to find the answer. Because she's what? Dr. V. What? You didn't know? I thought you knew. Dr. V makes it happen. But sometimes Veronica needs to show up. There's got to be a space for Veronica to exist. And it's interesting because I can remember someone saying that to me, you know, and I was like, what? Because listen, let me tell you something. Veronica's that vulnerable side. Like, I don't know about this. Listen, I don't know about all this vulnerability because I can be vulnerable. Y'all listen, and I am vulnerable. I make myself vulnerable on Facebook. I'm authentic. I'm transparent. All of that. I'll cry. I'll shed tears. It's controlled. Understand that, y'all. It's controlled. There's a certain level of control. I might have to rein it in, okay? Listen. Oh, Shay, you're so sweet. I just made a decision. I made a decision that 2020 and 2020, I am loving Veronica. Like, I'm loving her. I'm loving her imperfections. I'm loving her vulnerability. I'm loving her ability to tap into those things that she's been afraid of, right? I'm loving her. Now, it's easy for me to love Dr. V because Dr. V be bossing it up all the time. And I respect her. I respect her, her grind, her hustle, her strength, her being. Like, I respect her, you know, and I love her. But I want to love Veronica more, right? I want Veronica to be able to show up more and to really be able to let women know in particular. Y'all, a lot of times we're so busy being strong. We're so busy making sure we got it together. We're so busy taking care of everybody else that we don't take care of ourselves. And you got to take care of yourselves. You got to give yourself time and space and all of those things. And just be willing to face the areas that, you know, you got that, you know, you're good in, and those areas that you are challenged in, you know, but those challenges help to keep you human. You know, when I think about the Apostle Paul, I think about the thorn that was in his side and how he beseeched God. You know, that scripture, beseech the Lord, right? But how he beseeched God, asked him with great intensity, God, please remove this thorn. And God said, my grace is sufficient. My grace is sufficient. So operate in grace with those things that you had been holding on to. Give yourself some grace and give yourself permission to release them and to release the people attached to them. Release them. That's right, release them. Toss it out. Don't hold on to it. Don't bring it up anymore. Don't tell the story. None of that. There's some stories that I am consciously just not telling. If I'm going to tell a story, I'm going to tell a story that is edifying. I'm going to tell a story that focuses on the positive of whatever relationship it is or was, right? Because in that way, you can keep your vibrations high. You can stay positive. When the word of God says, you know, therefore think on these things. Whatsoever is true, whatsoever is just, whatsoever is right, whatsoever is good report, right? Like the positive things. Think on the positive things. He said, think positive. Think about positive stuff. Don't be thinking about all this negative stuff, right? God was saying, hey, keep them vibrations up, honey. Ain't nobody got time to be stuck in the negative stories. Nobody has time for that. So as we are going through Rosh Hashanah, stepping into the new year, right? Calendar shifted. Listen, let that stuff go. Stand up tall, hold your head up high, release those things that do not serve you, and go forth knowing that you have the ability to create the life that you desire. God has told us that, you know, He's given us the ability to obtain wealth. And I'm not saying wealth is everything, but Solomon said, money answereth all things. Because at least it gives you a space and some time for you to process and think through things. It allows you to be able to help other people. I just know this. I know that I'm ready. I'm ready for this new year. I'm ready for the purge and the shedding and the vulnerability and the authenticity on another level, another dimension. And I'm ready to not just change my life, but to help change the lives of so many other people. So let's go. Release the things that don't serve you, pick up the things that do, and go out there and change the world. It's waiting on you. The earth is groaning for you to show up. People are waiting for you to show up. People need you. It's so funny because listen, let me tell you something. So this year, like I reconnected with my girl Shay in a way that we have not been connected for years. But like this year, like really consciously and deliberately, I've made a point of reaching out to her and she's reached out to me. And like, we really are like being there for each other. And I can remember, I remember spending the night at her house. I remember us going to church and I remember her singing. This is why I probably think I can sing now, honey, hanging out with the crosses. Okay. But, I've been listening to her music and I had to tell her the other day, listen, I need some more Shay Simpson music. Shay Simpson worship is amazing. So I want y'all to Google her, Shay Simpson, ShaSimpson, right? Follow her on Facebook. Go listen to her music. Her live recording is amazing. Y'all remember her from Rain on Us. Y'all listen. Y'all remember we was like, Rain on Us, shower down. Y'all remember we was like, send your spirit, Lord. Y'all remember we were all broke down singing Rain on Us. That's my girl, Shay. And then after y'all listen to her music, I want y'all to just reach out to her and tell her how her music impacted you. Okay? I want you to do that because I need her to understand that people for real are waiting on her worship. Her prophetic worship flow is the beast. Okay. It is the beast and the best. Right. So I want y'all to do that. And she didn't know I was going to do that. And I didn't know I was going to do that, but I felt compelled to do that because, she's really very low key. She doesn't, but y'all listen, y'all better Google her. Okay. Y'all going to see she's worked with a lot of people. She's on a lot of songs. Okay. But that's not even the most important thing. This is the most important thing. She loves God for real. And she's such a genuine soul. So I want y'all to flood her with love today. Flood her with love. Just love her. Let her know y'all ready for some more Shay Simpson music. Y'all help me. I'm trying to get this whole CD done. Y'all help me out, okay? Listen, you guys. Release those things that don't serve you. Pick up the things that do. Encourage those around you. Love people. Love people. Love people. Love them for real, genuinely, even with their imperfections, and give them grace, the same grace that you need. Listen, I got to get ready for my Mic Drop Academy, y'all. My students are ready, y'all. We dropping mics, okay? We're becoming phenomenal speakers. That's what we do. So you guys, listen, know this. Know that I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing, glorious, and prosperous day. Be blessed. Mwah.